Hello guys and welcome to Netflix. My name is Tisho and I am a National Sports Academy certified personal trainer, and since 2021 marks 10 years of training for me, I thought it would be a good idea to start a YouTube channel where I can share my knowledge and what I learned throughout those 10 years with as many people as possible. So if you're interested in fitness, nutrition, health and well-being and learning how the body works as a whole, then do subscribe to this channel because there will be upcoming interesting videos in the future. So without further ado, let's have a look at what happened 10 years back. Okay, so this first picture is from the end of 2011. This was about 4 months into training, and by this point I have already gained about 5 to 6 kilograms. So that is 1 kilogram per month, which is decent. And I was by no means very muscular. I was just starting to lay a foundation, and I thought to myself that actually seeing visual change in the first couple of months is enough to keep me motivated. And just for reference, this was a year back when I was 42 kilograms, and on the second picture I was already above the 45 kilogram mark. So yeah, I definitely saw some progress, and I felt good. As you can see on the picture, I had some slight ab definition, and that was further motivation for me to keep up. Now fast forward 10 months, we're already in the middle of 2012, the year when the world was supposed to end. This was my shape in the summer of 2012. So as you can see, definitely gained some mass all over. So we had some shoulder action going on, the abs were way more defined, the chest was starting to come up but still lacking, and of course the quads were also growing, and it was visible. So at this point I was about 58 kilos, so I would say again a steady 1 kilo per month by this point. Fast forward another year, in 2013, this was my peak shape back then. I already started seeing massive improvements, especially in the upper body, but lower body training was a favorite for me, so I had no excuses there. For reference, at this point I was weighing about, I would say 65 kilos. So the rate of muscle growth has come down a bit by this point, but the muscle started maturing way more. So what I gained initially 2 years back from this point was already maturing and looking better. So it's not just about the weight you put on, but how you use it and how you maintain it throughout your training process. So some months after this picture was taken, I had a very bad shoulder injury. I was dumbbell pressing a new personal best, and my left arm just slipped back with the weight because it was my weaker arm, and my shoulder just went. So yeah, that took some time to recover, and I could not train my upper body for a long time. So I focused on legs, where I saw way more progress. So this was in the middle of 2014, after I had come back to training for a couple of months. And so as you can see, the legs started getting way more defined, and that's probably because they were my main focus due to the inability to train upper body. Fast forward another year into solid training. This was my best shape of 2015. I was at a weight of about 70 kilograms at this point. Now this was kind of a turning point in my training career. career, if I can call it that, because this was the time when I was close to finishing school, finishing 12th grade, and I asked myself what I want to do from now on. So I had a look at what I was good at and what I've been practicing for the past years, and that was training. So logically I said to myself, okay, why not sign up in the National Sports Academy and get certified and start helping people, right? So I did that, and I went through a very intense learning course over 5 weeks in the National Sports Academy of Bulgaria, where I got certified specifically in fitness and bodybuilding training and nutrition. Now, of course, in 5 weeks of lectures, 8 hours a day, you cannot learn 100% of the things that you need, but they gave me structured knowledge, and that was the most important part. So basically the certification course provided the essence of what you would otherwise learn in 4 years in the same academy. And needless to say, that helped me improve massively. So this was my shape right after I graduated from the course, and I was at about 72 kilograms, in my best ever shape on this picture. In the upcoming months I continued to apply my knowledge, and I kept on training hard. And this was my peak shape. And on this picture I'm with a colleague of mine who also went through the certification course. And as you can see, we were both dialed in really well. So fast forward 1 year to 2017, this was my attempt at the vacuum pose. So as you can probably tell by all the pictures you've seen thus far, I'm more about aesthetics and less about mass. I've been heavier and I've been lighter, and when I'm at some middleweight, that's when I feel best, and that's when I feel most athletic. So on this picture, again, I'm about 73 kilos, very lean, I would say about 9 to 10% body fat. So in late 2017, I injured my knee with a skateboard. I'm not sure what happened, but that injury lingered on for a lot of time, and all the way throughout 2018 I was not able to train legs due to severe pain. Nevertheless, I kept on training upper body and keeping my lower body active with low intensity movements like walking, and this was my shape in 2018. So by this point my weight was not increasing all that much. I would say that on here I'm about 74 kilos. So in the end of 2018, I went to the very best hospital for knee surgeries in Bulgaria, and they gave me, they did actually an MRI on my knee, and they told me I had bone sclerosis. And you know, I was afraid I had torn ligaments, torn ACL, or even meniscus, and they told me that my concerns were false, right? So all my ligaments were okay, but the bone seemed to be more dense. So they told me I had bone sclerosis, but I decided not to buy into this, and I went back to my hometown where I had a placebo treatment, I would say, in a rehab center. So the guy on there made me squat on one leg, he made me push against him, he's like a 300-pound guy. Anyways, he was like, okay, so you're trying to make me find a problem you don't have? And yeah, something along those lines, and that really got into my head. And in the week after, I was able to get back to heavy lower body training. So if you're injured, don't stress it too much, okay? Just take a rest and set yourself up for the future gains you're going to reap. Now this was 2019 at my best ever shape, where I was 75 kilos. So you can see that the lower body has again started to come up. And this is the actual before and after picture, so 2011 to 2019. Fast forward 1 year to 2020, this was my 9 years of progress, where again I was at my best shape of 75 point something kilograms. So at this point I was already forgetting about the weight on the scale. I was more focused on how I feel, how I look, and how I perform. And I did not want to narrow everything down to a number on the scale, because that is just a guide. It does not tell everything. So to sum it up, I started training in 2011 when I weighed about 43 kilograms, and all the way through 2020 I was able to go up to 75.5 kilograms. So that is about 32 kilograms gained for roughly 10 years. Now I could have probably gone up to 80 kilograms, but as I said, I like to feel more athletic. My peak weight was 78 kilos and I had to eat a lot. So I came to a point where I was digesting all the time, and all my focus was on one training session per day in the gym. And as time passed by, I decided to include more fun activities in my training schedule, which ultimately meant I will not be as massive. But then again, this is not necessary for everyone, and I'll be sharing tips on how to manipulate your training and your eating in order to achieve any result that you want to achieve. So this was my personal story. If you liked it, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button and the bell, and do expect more episodes in the future where I'll be talking about training, nutrition and general lifestyle. See you next time.